these videos we have created in computer as a vortex. How the sound vortex or sound field is generated. You know that Om is the primordial sound from which the universe, when universe got created, that sound came out. But Sanskrit came out of a proposal by Maharshi Kapil. He argued that we need a language to understand consciousness and the mystery of the universe. And from that argument, slowly over the years, Sanskrit was born. So you may think that Sanskrit was a natural evolution. Due to the natural evolution process, Sanskrit came into this land of Bharat Bhumi, but that is not true. So Maharshi Kapil said that if we want to understand the universe, then we have to understand ourselves. So we have to invent or discover those sounds which can create a particular seed mantra, the bija hima. So seed means from where after germination a life can form. So what are the dynamics you are seeing here? In my left side, you'll find that it is rotating like this around if this is the x-axis, it is rotating like this, and towards my right, all the videos of Sanskrit letters, they are rotating like this around the z-axis. So this is the different kind of rotation that you have here. So these kind of particular shaped vortices, they were looking for it, that when I will pronunciate, then this kind of sound vortex or filled what should I say, geometric shape of fields are generated, and that goes to you, and you feel that vortex in your body, and you can feel those fundamental feelings. So you can see here we have selected 47 of them. The bottom one that you are seeing is for Om. And if you see in Hindu puja and other kind of ritis, you will find that kang kang gang gang wang chang chang jang jang. You hear like this, right? So they are basically Sita mantra. So these letters that you have in Bengali and many Indian languages, which were derived from Sanskrit, they were not just an accidental discovery. Each letter has a meaning, and each letter was invented with an objective that um, if those words are pronunciated, then you will have a feeling related to that word's meaning. I repeat, say I would say ka, it is the cosmic network that you would feel. Kha, you would feel like sky, the emptiness. Cha, you feel like movement. Ra, you feel like continuous motion, continuity, which has no end, no beginning. In this way, Ma is related to everything that is a creator. So creator related things are there. So continuously from endless time, from no beginning, no end, something that creates Rama. And if I will say opposite Ma Ra, then it is just reverse of that. That's why death we say by Mara, because it is the beginning of a new life. So Rama and Mara is one opposite to another. So the grammar, the way they created it, is I mean very well known, and you have listened to many articles and read many articles on why Sanskrit is the most scientific language. But the perspective that I'm going to tell you today, I don't think that you heard this before, because this is our original research by which we actually took the sound and generated the 3D vortex for each Sanskrit letters. And those letters we have played and tried to understand how the brain signals are generated, what happens to the brain signals for each single letter. So how two letters are born, how dhatu is created, there are many grammar rules for that. However, From single letter, how they came and discovered the single letter, that is a beauty. So single letter came from the objective that that particular letter would create a cosmic feeling. So normally you can think of the feeling of love, feeling of affection, feeling of anything. It is fundamentally original to you because you are feeling the love. However, that is not true. There is, for Hindu belief system, every single feeling that you have, like feeling of love, feeling of hate, feeling of anger, all these things are cosmic in nature. That means uh, whether it is true or wrong, we don't know. If you go to far distant planet and far distant galaxy, and if you try to find what would be the fundamental seed pattern or geometric vibration or geometric structure of love and affection, it will be same like this planet when you are conscious. So when you are aware, when you are able to connect to the universe, the whole, and realize it in your body, then it should be universal or cosmic in nature. So that's why the discovery of Sanskrit is one of the greatest thing that happened in the history of Hinduism, because of the argument that was there. And when I first time read it from Maharshi Kapil's text, that we have to discover the language where every single letter will have a meaning, and that meaning should generate, uh, the particular feeling in the mind, even if the person doesn't read the grammar book, meaning book, even if he is not taught. So the letter is cosmic, its pronunciation is cosmic, its geometric vibrational structure is cosmic. You are simply inventing, discovering it from the universe and adopting it. So that's why this is called Deva Bhasha. Even by Constitution of India, Sanskrit has been recognized as the Deva Bhasha. So why we say Deva Bhasha? Because it did not got created just by people's evolution. And people like, okay, this is mobile phone. From today, I will say Halabulla. So you can do that because this is how many of the languages got created. But for Sanskrit, they search. It was a quest for thousands of years to find it. And this is the reason why Vedas were never written. Vedas were used to be said. There were grammar, and following that grammar, you have to pronunciate. And from mouth to mouth, it was to be trained. The reason was that you should not write it down. One argument was because if you write it down, the fundamental knowledge, it becomes faith. So they wanted to stop faith because Hindus should be this, Bharat should be the land of seekers. Hindus should be the seekers. They will be argumentatively, they will go. It doesn't mean that we will argue everything. For the sake of argument. No, we will argue to find out which is a better truth, longer living truth, that is called Satya. So now you understand that uh, the quest that was there, it's lost in history. We can't find it. We just find some hints over several centuries, and it is embedded in the footnote for many different research scholars, and from which I learned and I wanted to rediscover this particular part. It is not about Sanskrit grammar that you have singularity, plurality, and duality. Of course, you understand that the duality is not a simple thing. No other race, no other culture have duality except Sanskrit. The reason is that unless until you say I, the Purna gets confirmed by I, and the second person when confirms me, the dual perspective of a particular thing that exists, or a particular concept exists, or consciousness exists, comes from duality. And that's why duality is not plurality. Duality is not plurality. From third onwards, the topology begins, or geometric shape begins, because with the 3 points you can draw a triangle. And that's why duality has taken enormous respect in the construction of Sanskrit language. So singularity, duality, and plurality. And then you have 7 karakas, that is different situation, how will we transform the letters. And past, present, future, how will you transform it? So 3 cross 7 cross 3, it's a tensor. So this is tensor, means it's just like a cube-like shape you can consider. You take a letter as 1 point and you transform it all different places. So that is the foundation of Sanskrit grammar, that you have to transform the letters in a very particular way. So you can't say it, you can't evolve it. Today you have some wish and you create it, you can't. Of course, you can compose in a very different way. And there were never any grammar in Sanskrit, and there will never be any grammar book in Sanskrit, because if you know the meaning of the letters, you know if it is composed, how it would be. Kha means empty space, I said to you. Ja is movement, Ra is continuous, Adi Ananta. Endless. So Kha Cha Ra would be something like bird. And then I should start my pronouncing my sound from here, 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 and eventually it will come out. So later I will, because my flow of the wind that is coming from my stomach and passing through the tube and coming out of my mouth should be a homogeneous path. It should not be other way around, because that is Narak Jatra and this is Swarga Jatra. So this is how we should construct, put the letters who will come and in front and will come later. And the arrangement of the words should be rhythmic. So I started a series, and I will continue a series where I will teach you that how to create rhythms. There were 37 a different kind of mathematical structure of how to put the rhythms. Following that rhythms, you will arrange the words. So people talk about, those who argue for Sanskrit is one of the greatest language of the planet and only scientific language in the world. It is true that Sanskrit is one of the greatest language and only scientific language that was created keeping in mind the consciousness of the universe, and how can we connect by speaking in a particular language with other person. Because if other person is also Amritasya Putra, his structure is also got created by universe's fundamental laws of consciousness. So we should be speaking in a language, that language holds the cosmic vibrations. So you can see here in my background the cosmic vibrations of the universe in 47 different Sanskrit letters and their structures. So currently we are planning to do experiment in which we, in an anechoic chamber, we will generate this kind of sound, and we will see if a person absorbs this fundamental sounds, how they progress. So on mantra there were many research, huge amount of research has been done in many different places of the world, but on single letters there have not. So today is my short presentation about this single letters which are fundamental to the cosmos, fundamental to the eternal Brahman, and it's 47 different forms. 47 is a prime number, by the way. And all these structures have triplet or triplet, this fundamental prime or Daivik symmetry that is there. I could go on and on and on this particular research, but today I would not go. I would just summarize, suggesting that whenever you listen Sanskrit, remember, if you know the meaning of the letters, it doesn't matter what it is. You will be very close to the meaning that is out there. And there is always a cultural perspective, a contextual thing, but above all, kind of sense you can make out. And that's the reason, if you really somebody teaches you, you do not need long time to learn the essence of Sanskrit. However, the true Sanskrit you would learn only when somebody pronounces it in the best way. I don't know the best way. I know the mathematics, how it is happening, and I'm cross-checking different ways with the different people, that truly the kind of geometric shapes and patterns that you are seeing, who can speak like this? So